بالحسن ولا بإيدي من حين. يا ويلي، ليك المخططات اللي لازم يجيبها اللي شو معي سيوف بدي بيعها. نلاقي لنا شي تاجر اخو منيح هنبيعه اياهم لهولي. وسع يا متخلف.
كيف؟
اوف، في هوني كنز. والله بشيل يا صاحبي، انا بروح شيله للكنز. بس لا، حلو هذا الكنز مهم والله. ان شاء الله يكون في شي مثل العالم والناس يعني والبني ادمين. الكنز الزبالة. هذا طبعا الدراون.
Medallion's humming. It's the power. It's gotta be. Faster.
Don't let him catch his breath!
Son of a ghost!
You're dead!
hola.
Run, Roach. Faster. Run, Roach.
Godspeed your work. Hey, well met.
Greetings!
Wouldn't mind a look.
عندك بضاعة، عندك زفت، عندك زربي.
Farewell.
شو يا مان، يلا ما دامك جيب بعدني عم فتش بالمهمات شو كان بدي اعمل. الله والله عليك، مهمات الويتشر كتير حلوين هولي، بيطلع لك وحوش جداد وبيطلع لك قصص حلوة والله. او بنبلش بارض مبعوثون من ارض النبيذ، هيدي بلاد اند واين تاعت مصاصين الدماء. شو اقولك، مصاصين الدماء ولا مهمات الويتشرز؟ شو يا خي الحسن؟ خي الحسن حول.
Oh my God!
لا عم نمزح معهم يا جماعة، شو بكم؟
Good day to you. Good day. Hey now.
خي لا يا خي. ايه بلاد اند واين. اوكي هيدي بلاد اند واين. بدنا نتلاقى بالفرقة بفيلن ليك فيلن قد ايه مليانة قصص. ليك طلع هولي كلهم قصص فيه روح اعملهم، كلهم هو علامات الاستفهام، هني مهمات فيني اعملهم. بس هون بدنا نتلاقى فيهم هولي العكاريت. هون اوكي.
Geralt had to face Eredin, but could only hope to beat him with the help of friends. The Wild Hunt could be defeated with exceptionally powerful magic, so Triss and Yen set out to reconvene the Lodge of Sorceresses. Avalach too began to lay plans of his own.
يلا السلام عليكم أيها القوم، جئت من أجل أن
We've not got no need for your help.
Have no fear, good man. Our labors shall be done quickly. The prowlers to be banished for good.
Milton, look.
إيش الغالي؟ أوه هيبي الفوزي هيبي.
In the flesh.
Hail, Witcher. Let us go inside and greet you as befits an old friend.
يلا.
And you, fear not. We shall put an end to the rule of outlaws soon.
هلا أكيد هول اللي معي بدهم يودعوا أكيد.
Found your message on a notice board.
You see, Palmerin? I told you. The griffin at White Orchard. I knew that were we only to follow the tracks of its slayer, we would in the end find Geralt.
Milton de Peyrac Peyrin and Palmerin de Lawnful. Good to see you both. Been years.
Be assured, we share your joy.
You must forgive us, our
هيدي blood and wine.
surroundings. When we pledged to place the village under our protection, the village elder gave us this hut as our lodgings. He swore it is the best hut in the village.
Get involved in some squabble?
We discovered that in retreating, the Redanian garrison that left this land still is at the mercy of numerous plagues.
سعيد
Enemy
مصاصين
bandits, the
الدماء.
most onerous among them. These plunderers shall soon descend on this village to collect tribute. Milton and I will dissuade them.
We are both sworn to fight injustice and oppression wherever they rear their heads. The matter does not concern you, of course, but do us the kindness of
هيك هيدي مثل سولو ليفلينج، عرفت؟ هولي مدرعين بدروع غالي وكذا ما بعرف
We
شو.
have a matter we must present.
واني جون هنو جون وو ما ادري شو. دعوني اساعدكم ما في التخلص من قطاع. شو بقول لهم إذا نجحتما في التخلص من قطاع الطرق لحليف سيأتي أسوأ منهم. بس خلوني ساعدكم كمان بالتخلص منهم، عشان إذا إجا أسوأ منهم كمان أتعامل معهم. شو بقول لهم؟ بنقول لهم يا طويل العمر، بنقول لهم الخيار التاني لأنه أنا أوريدي حروح ساعدهم يعني
No point fighting bandits. Kill these and others just as bad or possibly worse will come in to fill the void.
To cast a blind eye upon the evil. There is no honor in it.
Can't stay here to protect these folk from the dangers that come their way daily. Saw what I saw. Heard them urge you to leave these raiders alone. Must have good reason to do that.
Do you suggest that should we help, we assume responsibility for their fate, for their lives? This burden we cannot agree to bear.
Geralt speaks wisely. We know neither this land, nor its peoples, nor its customs. And we have come with another duty altogether.
How I long to return to Toussaint.
لحظة حاسس راني مش حيعملوا المهمة. لحظة عم نمزح معكم يا إخوان.
First, let us convey our missive to Geralt in the manner tradition ordains.
قريبا يا صديقي. ابتهج يا بالمرتن.
Peasants will be fine, Palmerin. Been dealing with bandits for generations.
Your words do little to assuage my sense of morality bruised.
كل أذان صاغية.
So fess up. What brings you such a long way?
We are to deliver Her Grace the Duchess's message in full, with all due ceremony. For tradition
Is sacred in Toussaint. All right, fine.
لا إله إلا الله.
Most honorable Geralt, slayer of monsters and all evils nefarious,
نعم.
which prey on the defenseless of this world. Whereas never have you been known to deny help to the innocent.
أبدا ولا يمكن. هلا بعدني رافض النساء هذول اللي بالقرية. Anyway كفي.
Answer you now our present summons. Free us from the beast which floods our streets with blood and sows panic in the hearts of rich and poor alike. Come to our aid.
هذه المهمة تاعلتهم مخصصة بالمهمة اللي أنا رايح أعملها أصلا هلا. هذه كانت مهمة تاني. يلا منيح ما قبلناها.
Her illustrious Highness Duchess Anna Henrietta.
أنا هنرياتا.
Shall you answer her call?
قالت لك هيدا الشيء حرفيا يعني.
Henrietta really say all that? Word for word?
Well, in point of fact, she said, bring me the Witcher and dare not spare your horses. Only make certain this time he comes alone. The Ducal Chamberlain added the rest. You know how it is.
Yeah, I remember.
I might add, be it unofficially, that a hefty reward awaits.
حلو والله مهضوم
Yet
مهضوم.
the
في
specifics
كوميديا
will
فيها
need to
كوميديا
verify
الجيم.
with her illustrious Highness.
Might be the most fervent request that I take a contract ever. And the most polite. And now we've got all that behind us. I want to hear more about this beast. Some kind of monster. Just
حلو
guessing.
بدي أجمع نقاط
Most
خبرة أنا.
assuredly, though no one has caught a good look at it as yet, our only sure witnesses, the bodies massacred in a brutal, horrid manner.
Look, some sketches drafted from descriptions given by those who claim they glimpsed the beast. Each quite different. To my mind, these witnesses lie.
How many victims so far?
2. When Her Grace learnt of the second, she discharged us immediately to fetch you.
أحلى
Promising
يوم.
grants of land and
أحلى
fortunes
يوم. ليت
abroad
ما أجملهم
should you
أشكالهم.
answer her
كلنا
summons.
خرا يعني.
An ill wind blows, Geralt. The beast cannot be tracked. Folks say it wields black magic. Also, both victims were nobly born, and the start of a tourney draws near.
أيوة هات لنا بطولة شو اللي حتبلش.
Mentioned a tourney. Why doesn't the Duchess just call it off?
Simply, it is too late. The guests have arrived. The best knights of all lands, relatives of the Emperor. The beast could be a threat to others, not just to Her Grace's subjects.
Got it. Before an aristocrat dies, at best it's a scandal. At worst, a diplomatic incident.
طيب. حدا جرب يلقطه.
Anyone tried to hunt it? Knights errant, for example?
Ha! Many have tried. Baiting, waiting in ambush, but to no avail.
The beast is clever. It evades all traps and attacks of a sudden. It is like a ghost.
Experienced tracker, this is what we need, with knowledge of monsters. In short, we need you.
شو السحر
Beast
الأسود؟
wields black magic? What makes you say so?
The first victim vanished between bites at a feast. The feast-goers none noticed this. They saw but an open window, then heard desperate cries from the street below, where a corpse had just been found.
The second killing, similar. A night in a locked room. Servants all about the house. Guards all around the estate. Yet the beast somehow got
عدل لي
him
كواليتي اللي عم
out,
تحضر عليها
dragged him
حسن.
to the town square, and killed him there. No one saw, nor heard a thing.
We have no fear of creatures against which sword and shield protect, but of this beast, nothing is known, save that it cannot be traced.
يجب أن نفكر في الأمر ولا يلا سأتولى به.
I sometimes think back to all the contracts I've ever taken from sovereigns. Can't name hardly any where I can't.
You cannot be thinking to refuse.
No. Just struck by a thought. How the Duchess can sometimes be...
عني يكفيها هالقد الندخرة
So you
عندك يا
accept the
رجل.
contract. Excellent.
We must set off at once. We long wanted this land searching for you, yet time is of the essence.
ready to go. Soon...
Then post haste to Toussaint.
اوف مين عامل تشويش على الانترنت؟ ورق الحمام.
Geralt had to face Eredin, but could only hope to beat him with the help of friends. The Wild Hunt could be defeated with exceptionally powerful...
ورق الحمام عني يكفيه. عني يكفيه بلش يضربوا على الغالي ورق الحمام. ها
Toussaint, the land of love and wine.
Exactly how I remembered it.
أول مرة بيجي علي لهالبلد لك ما أجملها. يلعن حظي يلعن حظي.
You will find Beauclair's changed some these past years.
Walk about when you have the chance. You will see for yourself.
To me,
Expansion
place
pack
always
blood
seems
and
straight out of a
wine.
fairy tale.
هو على فكرة حقهم مصاري.
and palaces.
في 2 اكسبانشن هاي بلاد اند
You
واين
insinuate
والثانية.
that we are somehow odd. I shall prove you wrong. This I pledge on the Heron.
كثير أسطورية الجرافيك بالجيم كثير. يا باطل شو ها. يا رب عفوك. الموت الموت ضمط والله. الموت ما ضمط. الله لا يندق. الموت ودع. السلام عليكم. كنت أنا ودعت. عمى نعفو يا كبير. نعفو فيها. نعفو فيها.
My lady! Guillaume, watch out! I swore I'd kill a monster! All for one for all!
Ugly bastard.
You all! For my name is done!
فش خي شو هذا يا مان؟ ليه هالقط ضوي؟ ليه عم يلقط دمه هيك؟ عمى.
Big beast. Tackling it single-handed? None too wise.
Neither is love born of wisdom, Witcher. So, Guillaume, out with it. Which fair damsel inspired you to vow to kill that filth?
The most beautiful among them.
If he wishes to guard her name a secret, he need not reveal it.
You I do not know, sir, nor seem you a knight, yet still I am profoundly grateful, nay, indebted to you for your succor. This trophy, sir, is yours.
شاطاني. كيف يغلى عملاق لهون
A giant this close to human settlements? Strange.
Well, that was no ordinary giant. His name was Goliath, rumored to have been a knight once, but one who broke his vows. For this, The Lady of the Lake transformed him into a wild giant and banished him into the Gorgon Hills.
So he came back down? Why?
Several times each year, hunger chased him into the lowlands. Goliath had killed and devoured many shepherds. Guillaume's hunt served a noble cause. At any rate, it's a tale for more agreeable environs.
I'll take the trophy. Why not? Could find someone who'll pay to buy it. Put up a good fight against the giant. Got experience battling monsters?
None. In Toussaint, we mostly chase bandits. But I vowed I'd bring my heart's champion the head of a monstrosity, as the famed Gottfried, known as the Giant.
You don't mean to hunt the beast, I hope. The matter's best left to Geralt.
Another challenge awaits me. Yet if Geralt is to hunt the beast, he ought to know. It struck again. The river surrendered a corpse. It washed up in the meander by the cockatrice. Damien de la Tour's guardsmen are there already, securing the area.
Securing the area? Better go there now before they trample any tracks, manhandle any evidence.
Set forth, then. I shall ride from the city to inform her gracious magnificence that Geralt has arrived. We'll meet later, near Guillaume's tent at the Tourney grounds. I shall take you then to see her grace.
شلخنا للعملاق. ولا يحمى فلات. هيدا السيف شو وضعه؟ يلعن حظي ما أشرفه. أصل الليفل 36 يا صاحبي. لحظة، في عندي الشخصية هيدي مهمة لازم نفهمها
Brave kid, Guillaume.
Parmarin oversaw his upbringing. Guillaume is his kin.
ما انتبهنا شو كانوا كاتبين هنا. كتير حلوة هالاكستنشن. عمليك فتحت لك عالم تاني.
Get used to the way you knights talk, especially how you switch back and forth between flowery and, well, normal.
Knights errant, in the service of her gracious magnificence. When we appear in her name or speak on her behalf, we are bound by tradition. No one here. They must have removed the body already.
Let's look around. Make sure they didn't miss anything. Hobnailed boots, multiple sets of prints. Ducal guard, clearly. Let's see where they went. Walked along the shoreline.
Perhaps the body lay on the bank.
Got guests. Careful.
حشني هون.
Honor! Perish, Honor's boots!
عمو يا ابن خالتي شو الاكستنشن صعب مبين وقاس. عمى عم باكل قتل يا زلمه. هولي وحوش توتوريال ما عم فيه يقطعهم. عندك عم تقطش.
هيا.
جينا بدنا ندور على اثار هول الجنود اللي عم بيحققوا بالموضوع. طلعوا لي هول وحوش التوتوريال. سختن يا زلمه. ليك منا وحوش ليك.
Got guests. Careful. That silver.
عمى
By the smell of blood. Let's keep looking.
بقلبهم شو قوية.
Anything taken by the current ends up in these shallows.
Yes, the stench is fierce.
حلو يا اي والله. بس قبل خلينا نشوف هول اللي قتلناهم هلا. عمى ما بيأثر في شي يا زلمه.
Blood. Guardsmen pulled these nets out of the water, then cut the mutilated body free. Junk that came down the river.
We must keep searching.
Look, a boat was launched here. Guardsmen must have loaded the body parts onto it, taken them somewhere. Need to find out where. I'd like to look at the corpse before it starts.
The inn. Its patrons must have seen the guardsmen, which direction they took.
Seems we've got ourselves an audience.
You think this surprising? The locals will tell the children of children they do not have yet.
One thing. Found a handkerchief in the water. Monogrammed.
Delacroix? It cannot be. Was it he the beast slew?
Seems so.
Long past. We were close friends once, but our paths diverged. He was a man of extremes, standing by his companions no matter the odds, fighting his foes to the bitter end.
Foes? You have a lot of them?
He did, but I do not see what that has to do with the beast.
I understand. We can talk later.
I shall have to leave you soon. Return to court.
Barely got back to Toussaint.
A knight in the service of Her Illustrious Highness knows no rest.
خير عليك ولا حضرة الأميرة. أنا بدي أعملها لهيدي لجمع XP.
In fact, I feared I would return too late to fulfill my duty. Yet it seems I've arrived in the nick of time. Once you have finished examining the corpse, be sure to report to Anarietta. Come out of my way.
Truthfully, only a witcher stands to best the beast.
كتير بطيء ما بعرف لأنه لابس دروع كتير يعني.
We address each other by our first names in private.
يعطيك وقت تسرق.
Presence, however, he finds such familiarity offensive. A watering hole for traders, smugglers, boatmen. By my troth, could that be the musty scent of fresh pâté?
Naught else, Sir de Peyrac Peyran. I see time has not dulled your senses.
We would be honored if you would join us.
But why do I not detect even a whiff of crayfish chowder?
No soup today, on account of there being no crayfish.
غريبين بهالمدينة يا
I
معلم
reckon
الشباب.
you've not heard, but all I caught was a corpse. I awoke at the crack of dawn, as I do each day, but when I looked up, I beheld a blood-red sky.
This corpse is precisely why we're here. For the man whom you've invited to join you at the table was summoned from a far-off land.
مدري طريقة حكيهم غريبة.
He is tasked with
مش مثل اللي بيكونوا بالقرى العاديين. هن كل جزيرة من هول الجزر في إلها عالم وفي إلها طريقة حكي وفي إلها قصص معينة يعني. هذه جزيرة جديدة اللي نحن عليها.
I surmise the other is the hunter. With whom do we have the pleasure?
شوف حالي عليهم بس إن عم يحكوا معي باحترام يعني فخلص بقول لهم إن اسمي
Name's
جيرالد.
Geralt.
A humble introduction. You've clearly not tarried long with Sir de Peyrac Peyran.
Spare us the petty insults. Geralt is a master of the witchering trade. He has questions concerning the beast's last victim.
I was the one to find the corpse. The sun had just risen when I awoke, sat straight up in my bed, looked out the window, and beheld a sky red as
سامعوا على العندليب المغني.
Ask Geralt, please, or we shall be here till winter.
كانت السماء حمراء ماذا حدث؟
Must have been early in the morning. Went to check your nets and then...
I stepped out of my hut and saw.
By my
سموا
troth,
بده يعمل
you found a body ensnared in your crayfish nets. We know this already.
بده يعمل كوكتيل هلا قيري. ظهر الخلاط قيري فيه بقيري.
Did you spy anything noteworthy? Anything at all?
Not a soul around, just me. As for noteworthy, well,
What did you see? But be warned, if I hear the sky was red again,
I saw a head popping, eyes bulging, the tongue blew
عمى.
and popped out.
مشحر.
Next
عم
to
تقرا يا
it,
حسن؟ عم
a
بتشوف
hand
انت شو عم بيقول؟
floating upon the water.
Get a good look at the body parts?
They gave me such a fright. I bolted to town fast as my legs would take me, then returned with guardsmen who told me to keep out of their way. They had a hard haul. The parts were so tangled up in my nets, they were forced to cut them.
وين أخذ
Need to
الضحية؟
examine the body. Know where they took it?
They ferried it across, then loaded it on a cart and hauled it to a cellar at Corfo Bianco to keep it cool, see?
what?
عم بيسألوه شو شفت انت لما لقيت الجثة؟ قال لهم فتحت عيوني لقيت راس طايف على على وجه الماي وبلا عيون، وظاهر منه لسان لونه أزرق، وحده إيده عم تطفو على وجه الماي. عملنا منظر.
Corvo Bianco is Baron Rossel's estate. When he learns they've turned his cellar into a morgue, he'll set his hounds on them.
While you were gallivanting about the north,
منو
his
هذا اللي
vineyard
ورانا؟
was auctioned
أيوة.
off.
منو هاي؟
Who
يا
was
عكروتة.
that? Woman who just left. Didn't see her before. Didn't notice her walk in either.
Doubtless Linnis, the innkeep's daughter. But hold, Geralt, because this is an outrage. Rossel's vineyard was auctioned off? Inconceivable.
It is no secret the Baron had gambling debts up to his ears. It finally came time to collect. His creditors auctioned off his property. The Ducal Chancellery bought it, in fact. Rossel now bunks with his brother in Vicofara.
امبارح كان عم يعمل واحد جيرالت
How
بالحلقة.
long can one draw on past heroics? His creditors must finally have to find that his promises meant nothing.
Such are the times. Today's knights are pale shadows of the heroes of yore.
It's true what they say. God sent the beast to punish us for straying from the old paths.
الناس يقولون أن عقاب من الآلهة.
So folk think the beast's divine.
Knights have turned their backs on the old customs. Where they were defenders of the duchy, they're now...
Why, you insolent...
Let him talk.
The Duchess trades in titles, grants honors to ill-doers. We've strayed from the path of virtue, lost the god's favor.
Don't listen to that nonsense, Geralt. It's rehashed street preacher Codswallop.
Yes, the rebel rousers have been sprouting up like weeds lately, each offering the same bill of goods.
بيقولوا عن الوحش
They
كمان.
say anything else about the beast?
The Toussaintois are no fools. They see clearly the beast.
Picky monster. Thanks for the hospitality.
Corvo Bianco lies a short way from here, near the tourney grounds. Just
Not coming with?
some sort. Her Grace bestowed a great honor on me, even before we departed for Velen. I'm to play the hare during this year's game in the palace gardens. When you...
A little tempted to ask a few questions, but it sounds like a long, complicated story. One in...
أيوة. طيب شو عنا هون؟ شو فينا نخبط؟ خرخرة. كيمرود بقلي.
Well composed latte, I must admit.
أصلا كيف تحول لويس البرني إلى جوليات؟ ما آخر همي صراحة. قصة حساء جراد وبحر.
Swilling wine, rolling in the hay.
Greetings.
Greetings. أذهب إلى مزرعة كفر بيانكا وفحص الجثة الموجودة في قبوسة. عشية هيك الرعب انت ايه؟ روح على المزرعة وبحص الجثة الموجودة بقلب الأبو. حلو، مهمة حلوة، مهمة لطيفة. بس هيدي الاكستنشن صعبة صراحة. والله يعني إذا هولي وحوش التوتوريال الأول فيه ما قدرت لين. كيف بس يطلع لي البوس؟ يا باطل. عم بصير. ليش قايمة لقيه؟ الله. شو ها عم بيتوفى هيدا. راح ودع.
Throat torn open by man-like jaws. Man-like, except for long fangs. Busted ribs, blood from the ears. Took a solid hit. Massacred by a vampire. Not a Mickey Mar, though. Or a Fletter. Bruxa. Gotta be. Killed with a single blow.
بروكسا، هتلا نشوف هيدا البروكسا. وين اطياف وش النادرة. هيدا هو الشبح اللي كنت عم قاتله امبارح يا حسن. لا كمان في جناني بالجيم، الجن. بروكسا هيدا البروكسا. اوه لا شو البروكسا هيدي؟ دماء سوداء وإيريدن. لازم نطور. اوه انا لازم اعمل شي كتير مهم، لازم الاقي حداد سريعا. لازم الاقي حداد سريعا جدا كمان.
Woman from the inn was wearing this coat.
هذه المهم خلقت لقلها. طب ليك عم يعطوني دروع؟ ليك شو قوية الدروع يا محمد. بس بدك ليفل عالي كتير لتلبسهم.
Claw wounds from 5 separate claws, spread of a small human hand. Attacker had no trouble knocking over the cart. River Muck carried the body in his cart. Footprints, small bare feet, laid deep into the cellar, fell down the stairs, broke his neck. Hurled against the wall with great force.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. شو هيدا؟ لحظة يا اخوان لحظة، بلا ما صلوا على النبي، خلونا عم نحقق بالجريمة. زتت الفارس على الشبك لحتى تفتح الشبك وتفوت. هي جوا هي شكلها احلى شيء ايه. كلي كلي صحة وهنا يا طوبريدي يا عمري، صحة وهنا كلي.
I know what you are. Don't know why you killed these people though. Clearly wasn't for their blood.
عم تاكل له ايده. ايه صحتين يا عمري صحتين. حطيها منيح بالجيبة عشان ما تتعفن. نعم حظ. شو ها مش عارف هذه حلوة ولا بتخوف.
You are wrong.
لا في رمضان أكلنا خرا تدندلنا.
I cannot let you leave.
شوف عم بينقلبت زلمة هاي. صلي على النبي. بس يا باطل. منيح انه انا سيفي بيسمم. تدندلنا. ماتت والله ماتت.
Killed all these men to get to the body. What was she doing at the table though? Stinks.
400 نقطة خبرة عطوني. والله هيدي
Hands amputated. Body was quartered just as I thought.
هيدي المهمة مناسبة لإلي. تقف مقطعيته للزلمة يا محمد شو عامل فيه.
Laid in water for some time. Head swollen and something took a few bites out of it. Something in the throat.
شو في بتمه؟
A pouch bulging with coins.
كيس مليان مصاري. حلو. لا حلو.
Guardian florins from several different provinces. If the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast.
بس ما بعتقد انها ماتت يمكن. عم تدوق وكانت.
Body was chopped up after death.
حطيت له كيس مصاري بقلب حلقه.
But bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart. No Bruxa did this.
عما كيف مقطعينه قاتلينه بأبشع طريقة بالحياة.
Third hand. A spare? Except it's clearly not the victim's. Guardsmen must have not noticed it as they picked everything up. How's this possible? Still warm. Blood still flowing? Several monster species can regenerate. Never heard of that happening to their severed limbs, though. Or of their limbs seeming completely alive after so much time.
منا ايد انسان هيدي.
Examine the tissue more closely later. Might learn something.
والله شكله كان بعده عايش. بس هيدي مش ايد انسان هيدي. مستحيل.
So, murderer was clearly a monster, but not a Bruxa.
بعده دافع. لا عم يحكي عن الايد. عم يحكي عن هيدي الايد، بس هيدي الايد منا ايده لهيدي الجثة.
Why the hell's it still warm? Now, pouch shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance? And why was he chopped up into pieces? Lots of questions, no answers so far. Need to know about the other victims. I'll ask Palmerin to get me into...
عرفت هيدي الايد هي ايد تالتة، ايد سبير. منا ايد هذه الضحية، بس ليش موجودة معه؟ ليش موجودة الايد معه؟ ليه في كيس مصاري محطوط بحلقه لهيدا الجثة اللي ميتة؟ ليك عم يعطوني دروع بس مش قادر البسهم لانه الليفل تبعي يا اخ ابو كلب. طيب كان في هيدي كتير مهمة. انت شكله كان مش وقت تجي لهون. هو ايه بس انا بدي العبها عشان شو اسمه، عشان زيد ليفلات، عشان هيدي بتعطي ليفلات كتير، فانا بدي العبها اوريدي لزيد ليفلات. عرفت؟ شو رايك بنكفيها ولا بنروح من ليفل وبنرجع؟ خلص بنكفيها، اذا حسينا حالنا مش قدها بنرجع نروح من ليفل. بس عنا مبينة حلوة صراحة، لانه الوحوش اول شي اللي بالتوتوريال حلوين كانوا، وهلا هيدي مصاصة الدماء، هيدي بوس حلو يعني، مع انه هيدي يعني توتوريال بوس. بعده ما ظبط عندك النت، تعلي الكواليتي شوي. بس كمان هون في حداد انا كتير محتاجه.
Need to speak to the Duchess.
All right, you scamps. Story's done. Go find your parents.
But the hammering.
لا والله في اشياء عم
What
بتكون
about
صعبة.
the story of Rittik and the dragon?
A tale's for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you now. This is Geralt of Rivia, the master witcher who lent his valiant hand to the defeat of the giant Goliath.
Master Witcher, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
أجل الخير دائم.
Yeah, virtue always wins.
But the Black Knight, he's a villain and he wins.
The cutter of Casteldacia too.
Moral victory, that's what counts.
Rubbish.
اه بقلبك شو بلا
Go for
أخلاق.
questions. Go find your parents. Her Enlightened Highness has doubtless arrived at the tourney grounds to watch the battle in the arena. If we hurry, we'll be in time to speak with her before the spectacle begins.
Lead the way. Who's fighting? Nilfgaardian gladiators?
Close, but not quite. As we'll soon see.
شوف شو ها.
Someone's gonna fight a Shelmar, hang some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down.
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the
الله معك يا خيل حسن. وإذا خيل عباس فات كمان الله معك يا خيل عباس. ماشي بوان لا يتم تعذيبه.
Shouldn't torment the beast. How would you like to be dumped in an arena, blindfolded with a string of bells?
آخرتك حاملهم في أزرق.
You, a witcher?
I slay monsters who are a threat to humans. You're out to humiliate one to entertain a crowd.
ماشي حال ال 240.
Gain any glory from this. Who's going to fight the beast?
Guillaume, the young man you...
Yeah. Mentioned he'd promised his...
Great love demands great sacrifice.
الله بيموت.
Let's go.
إن شاء الله تكون الدوقة بتنشاف هلا. نكون طلعنا كل هالمشوار على الفاضي. ويتشر صاحب مبادئ طبعا. ويتشر مؤمن.
I dedicate my imminent victory to fair Lady Vivian.
اوه لا بينشافوا. يلاهم قتل يا حمار بده يدعس عنيعك هلا. بده يدعس ببطنه.
It's begun. The fight shall have to end first. We must wait.
يا محمد شو بده يعمل فيه. والله لا يغتصبه. هلا شو بدي انزل اني انقذه بالمبدأ يعني.
Got a bad feeling about this.
يا الموت هذا فلت اول جرس بعد في جرسين هلا بيفلتوا. ايه كفي كفي والله لا يدعس ببطنك. ايوه ايه ماني عارف ماني عارف. الله يرحمه. توفى يا مان انكسرت رأسه.
We have to help him.
لا مش ضروري يا زر. لا اله الا الله يفوت حاله بكل خزوه يا زلمه. اخرى من الثاني.
Gotta keep it down. Get on the top of the mountain.
Alas, for Nightlick, the beast heaved its foul girth. Let loose the roar and knocked him to earth. Then down came the Witcher in one mighty bound to give fight to the beast. Its plans confound. Out, out, be slain. And thus the Witcher All our hopes, alas, had turned to dust.
Show me what you got.
The fate of the beast has been weighed by the gods. Soon the Witcher shall triumph against all odds.
هذا بعتقد مش عم يتأثر يا زلمة. الوحوش الحجرية بستعمل ضدها ديفيريا. عما كيف يعني يا اخي كيف يعني؟
Gotta keep it down.
Alas, for nightly, the beast heaved its foul girth.
Not good.
Knocked him to earth. Down came the Witcher in one mighty pound to give fight to the beast. Its friends confound.
For the Duchess!
Out breathed flame, and thus the Witcher's life was snuffed. All our hopes, alas, had turned to dust.
Come on.
شو بدنا نستعمل له هذا؟ بدنا نجرب نجمده.
Drink up the ocean and set fire to the wood, for nothing in this struggle can come to any good. Woe to us all if the monster's the victor, then naught shall have come.
Look.
The fate of the beast has been weighed by the gods. Soon the Witcher shall triumph against all odds. The Witcher waited till the time was true, then twirled, danced, and spun, struck the monster like true. Like a bow leaves such a lobster's spurt, so the Witcher wooed the Selma, then its foul heart hurt. God's dice three fates, its racer strikes belly, Selma's cries ring aloud, blood transforms into jelly. Honor, wine, and country!
يلا موت من السم، موت انت عم تتسمم يا زلمه. شو عم يعمل هذا؟
Alas, Palmerin lies prostrate, he has breathed his last breath. Avenge the Witcher, and bravely unto death!
اخيرا بس هذا اللي معي مات. هو بيقلبوا صعب يا زلمه.
The Shelma lies defeated by Geralt of Rithia, master of the witchering trade. Behold, as the last gasp
بعدك معي يا خيل حسن.
from the beast.
Master Geralt, do what you must. Finish the deed!
نقتله؟ لا حرام. ما حنقتله.
Monster's no threat. No need to kill it.
A victor may always show mercy. It is his right. Long
أبو قلب كبير. جيرالت أبو قلب كبير. لا ما قتلته. إذا بيمدوا إيدن عليه لنيكم اغتصبهم هن والملكة. بس فيضاك يودع. لا والله بعده عايز.
I am not as nimble as in my younger years.
You fought bravely. Thanks for your help.
ما عمل شيء، كان عم ياكل قتل بس. أنا اللي قتلته. قوم أنت التاني، قوم كل البلاوي من وراك.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all.
فيفيان لنكلك اياها لفيفيان. الله بتشوف. الله بتشوف. الله ربيك يا واصي. اي واحدة فيكم فيفيان. هذه الشقرة الطيبة.
Geralt, we must talk. Vivian.
You shall talk later in the medic's tent.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
بدنا ربك.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
And I'm truly honored.
See to our young hero. Hop, hop. For we must make off with Geralt. We should talk. We had been long awaiting.
يا عمري تعال بنروح
nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
Your Grace, Shaelmars are dangerous creatures, even to knights in full-plate armor.
Nonsense. In Toussaint, knights have battled beasts for mere glory since time immemorial. True. Guillaume suffered a few bumps, scars, and bruises, but in return gained eternal glory as he who slew the monster.
What about the crowd? Say the Shaelmar had vaulted into the stands. Would have been a massacre.
Geralt, though we value your fortuitous intervention in the arena, we would remind you your services have been retained, and as shall soon become clear, you will be generous.
قديش المهمة السخية.
Your Grace, my contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here. We shall need Damien. He led the investigation pending your arrival.
بس لا حلوة الجيم هيك تكون صعبة نوعا ما.
Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes. I mean, no. Yes. But solely to tell him we regret. Yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly handed down upon him. If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he was broken on the wheel, then drawn, hanged, and quartered.
قلبك شرموطة كذابة.
The very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour.
استخدام ده لان ده اللي قضيناها عم ندور عليه اللي كان خاطفه ابن
Your Grace. Witcher.
ابن العاهرة.
Greetings.
هذا رفيقه المهرج اللي بيضل معه.
Sorry to have to tell you, but the guardsmen handling the last victim's body...
I know already. The creature in the cellar of Corvo Bianco. Was it the beast?
No. A Bruxa, a kind of vampire. Not the beast, but tied to it in some way.
طبعا نسوان
You
أحسن.
know this how?
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to insinuate the investigation thus far has been sloppy?
Geralt insinuates nothing of the sort. We must listen to him attentively.
I examined the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something. Need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir Delatour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here.
أوف يا
I've
خرا.
heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always. And we've enough trouble as it is. Yet we are
روح
capable
اقتله
of
للواحد ان شاء الله
defeating the beast
بنيكك.
on our own.
ان شاء الله بيعمل لخبط العيدة اللي لقيته بالابو يا خرا.
I've no doubt about it.
بقلبك شو جلجوء.
We settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively.
قد بقى
Are the
تعطيني.
legends true? Do Witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
اها. لا ليس دائما يعني حسب شو الشيء. شو بقول نعم ولا لا ولا ليس دائما. لانه ليك شائعة حلوة انه عادة ما يطلب شيئا تجده في بيتك بس ما بتتوقعه. شو بقول ايه ولا لا ولا لا والله ليك ان الويتشرز بيبرموا على المصاري صراحة. الا ليس دائما يعني بين ايه وبين لا.
Not quite, Your Grace. Law of surprise, it's something we invoke at times, but rarely. Usually we just take gold.
Disappointing. This law sounds rather romantic.
احلى شيء بدها تنتهك
On the
هيدي.
other hand, on returning to the palace, we would likely find impatient petitioners or a set of sample fabrics for a new dress. Poor rewards both.
تلبسوا شرموطة
I
بس
fear you don't
طيبة
have much
هي.
use for any of the surprises we are likely to come upon. Thus, we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, Corvo Bianco, and the sum of coin. You will doubtless consider this adequate. Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. But Corvo Bianco, isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a Witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before, I'll need... How'd it start? Who was the first victim?
Crispy was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feastgoers noticed he was missing. The town watch found him an hour later. On his hands and knees, propped against the town pillory, his sword. He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon. Blows of great force.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees, meaning someone posed it.
So it seems.
مات موتي خرا هيدا.
Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city, there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark. Ramon Dulac's corpse was found in one such place. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut.
عم بيقولوا سألته عن الضحية الأولى كيف لقوها ميتة. قال لي إنه كانت الضحية الأولى مبارز قوي وهيك معروف، يعني قام كبر بالعمر واعتزل القتال والفايتات، فشو اسمه، وكان عم يشتغل بصناعة النبيذ وما النبيذ وهيك. بس كان مكروه من تجار النبيذ لسبب ما كان محتال وما محتال وهيك. فقام مرة كان في عزيمة راح ورفقاته، فلاحظ واحد من رفقاته إنه هو مختفي، فقاموا لقوه بعد شي ما بعرف كم ساعة بساحة المدينة قدام تمثال ما بعرف شو، راكع على إجريه ومقطع والسيف مغروس برقبته وهو مقتول ومشقف بمخالب وحش. عما ميت موتة الكلاب يا زلمة.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep, clean.
His body was found in the gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer. Ramon Dulac, a knight who but a dozen years past.
وهذا التاني كمان كان محارب عظيم وكذا، لقوه بالمجارير ميت لابس ثياب النوم تعوله، وحاطين تحت راسه مخدة، وحاطين محل السيف تعوله شي خاصه بالنوم. ابو شوارب؟ لا ما بحس.
Advisor to our father, the Duke.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete proof of any
هلا عليك هو هيدا كمان مشكوك بأمره، مبين على راسه في هيك آثار وفي عنده شريان طالع، وفي بعض المصاصين دي ما بيقدروا يتحولوا لبشر، بس هيدا واقف بالشمس فلا ما بحس.
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times knights face new challenges, enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinchi.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
ليك كل ضحية قاتلها ومعذبها بطريقة شخصيتها، يعني هيداك كان فارس قوي وكذا ما بعرف شو، قتله وحط له السيف برقبته، والتاني كمان كان فارس قوي قام زله قتله بالمجارير ولبسه ثياب النوم وحط له مخدة تحت راسه وبهدلهم يعني.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has some meaning to convey.
These were honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint.
It might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
Honor, wisdom, generosity, valor and compassion.
5 فضائل: الشرف والحكمة والكرم والشجاعة والرحمة. شايف؟ الشرف والحكمة والكرم هولي عبارة عن 3 أشخاص اللي انقتلوا. أول واحد كان محارب والتاني كان بخيل، والتالت ما بعرف شو كان، بس هولي اول 3 الشرف والحكمة والكرم انقتلوا. بعد في 2 بدهم ينقتلوا.
5 virtues. Why are they so important to your knights?
Strange question.
Your Grace, forgive me. I'm a foreigner trying to understand another land's customs.
You are forgiven. According to legend, the virtues we cultivate were bestowed upon us by the Laity of the Lake. In Toussaint, we believe men of low birth should be simple-hearted and obedient. We expect much more, however, of our knights. They are to be soldiers,
بيعجبك خيك الجرادي بالتحقيقات.
lords and servants.
خيك الجرادي ويتشر.
Thus, the need for clear moral guidelines. At the time of his dubbing, a knight vows to demonstrate throughout his life honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated.
شايف هي جيرالد كمان نفس الاستنتاج، انه قتلهم لانه هن بيفتقروا لوحده من هول القيم الفروسيه الخمسه اللي شو اسمه اللي حكيتون عنها هي.
Their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved.
شايف هي عم يحكي. أشار إلى نقص الشرف باستخدام العمود، وقلة الحكمة بالسخرية
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the 4th virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall be...
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why. Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years. The famed cowardice of rabbits.
بيستهدف أول واحد كنت
Could
معه.
it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac Peyren the next victim? Damien! To me, something so obvious. De Peyrac Peyren, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed the knightly team. It was years ago, but...
كانوا كلهم فريق.
They were a team?
They were...
Unlikely to be a coincidence. Beast must know it too. It's a lead, I'm sure. Your Grace, we need to find Milton immediately.
We must call off the game at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the gardens searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike sooner. And you, Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night, I shall take the fall. A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my palace. Horses? Ready our horses!
بلا الحكي تبع الشرف والحكمة.
Your Grace!
أيوة بلشت تشلح. حلو عاش. عجبته لجيرالد. انبسطت يا عرصة.
What the hell? Why I should... Your Highness,
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled.
الملكة القوية عجبتني صراحة. ذكرتني بتسونادي ما بعرف ليه.
Hey! That is silk! Be careful! Give it to me!
هيدا وراه قصة.
Faster, Geralt! Right like the wind!
Your Grace seems right at home in the saddle.
Long may she live!
This way! Through town! Try not to lose the way!
بس هيدي المرة أسطورة مبين عليها وحشة.
Take care!
Good!
ليك الجرافيك ليك يلا عن حظي الجرافيك منا جيم. فزيح يا متخلف دعسنا على العالم.
the game.
راح الحصان عندي فصل توفى يا معلم مات.
Just round the corner.
Hurry.
We must go to where the game is being held.
لحظة نتأمل شوي.
Participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the hare, Milton, hides.
Meaning we need to find those things too.
We've no other option, but time is of the essence, so we shall have to break the rules.
Peace to our domains. Throughout its writ and wrought in chains.
أيوة.
On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up. You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish, while I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
أرن واحد لارن ما بدي
unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. It runs around over there. Look.
أحلى شيء.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it. The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other. All clear? Then let's...
يلا روحي يا حبيبي. طلقي. توفى جيرالد دغري. أسرع مهمة بالحياة. قطعها عمره دغري يعني بأرضه. يلا روح أيتها الملكة. ما بينزلوا طيب من هون.
With no time to lose.
I've always dreamt of traveling.
Oh, the games you are liking. Your reputation precedes you, Geralt.
لحظت.
But this is no true unicorn.
أيوة هذا الحصان كيف بدنا نمشوا؟
Perhaps an apple will work. Or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast.
Hey folks, gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
يلا علامة أكسي علامة أكسي. How train your horse.
Stay calm. Shh. Calm down. Easy now.
شايف كتير هاينة. ما كان لازم ألحقه يعني.
That's hardly fair.
كان لازم استعمل بس الأكسي.
Cheating is what it is. Sirs, we must teach this scamp some
أيوة ليك شايف كيفية استعمل هيدي علامة الأكسي لأثر على العالم. في يقتلهم وفي يزعبهم وفي استعمل هيدي لحتى ايه.
Listen, I didn't break any rules.
شايفها؟
He won fair and square.
خلص.
We were unlucky. That's. We must try to grab.
نيمت لهم.
Gardens are huge. Be better off on horseback.
حلوة كتير الحركة.
Hold the village Sampono of Valhaven.
This should be easy to spot once I'm under.
نروح نغطس ونجيب السمكة.
What the blazes? Did someone just dive in the water?
Perhaps that's the way to do it.
Sure, if you're a peasant.
دي السمكة. أحلى شيء. يا عرصة أخذها للسمكة.
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon is heavenly coursed of trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
لك ما وقحني.
A key.
Why,
ما
bombotched wretch?
ما بدك.
He's ruined the... Don't cry, dear. The Duchess will hear of this.
خير عليك وعليا. ما حدا حيتعاطى معي، ما حدا حيهجم لي، ما في أي ردة فعل على الموضوع. مأخراه يا زلمة. قرا الأسطورة وحياة الله. أخذ منه كسرة، أخذ المفتاح وهرب. لا لحظة، ليه في بسة خضراء؟ هو لا في طاووس عنده صوت بسيني، ما فهمت. مهم anyway.
Go.
يلا ها. ايه اللي عندك على وحيد القرن يا في مجال تمشي يا اخو الديانة؟ ايه كتير كان رواق.
No backs.
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules.
هذا البيضة من فيلم كونان.
Geralt. And I've another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a groan, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse with a head of hard cheese.
بيضة الذكريات. معلم شو هي؟ في بدايتي من حرفين وهي آلة موسيقية. في اوكي. وهي آلة موسيقية صوتها قوي الصدى وصداح، ونهايتي 3 حروف مشتقة من كلمة تعبر عن حياة تسودها الأفراح. يابا نط واتس. يلا روح لنفكر باللغز. بدايتي من حرفين. فايت تتحمم ورجالك. ماشي يا صاحبي. بدايتي من حرفين. هون بعتقد بحجرة المؤن بالقصر.
Mice and cheese. Alice pantry, maybe?
No. The hare is obliged to hide here in the gardens. Look, if we take roe, hollow it out and fill it with ease. The letters, that is. We get green. Then mouse, but starting with what heads heart cheese. Why, it's greenhouse.
Pretty clever. And it sounds right to me.
There are several greenhouses in the gardens, but only one with a door that locks. And the key to it looks just like the one we found.
Greenhouses. Let's go.
أيوة.
Wait here.
شو بدك تروحي تعملي؟ لا معك سيف ولا معك شحار ولا تعتير. يو قاتلين وخالصين.
What the butch?
يا بابا.
What was that?
I'm here.
Oof.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
لا أحد.
I don't kill innocents. Murderers, though, you bet.
I'll soon be done. I've but one left. And you, should you not stand down.
And once you're done, intend to leave? Go kill somewhere else?
No. I intend to live. Happily ever after.
يا باطل ما في شو.
Won't let you kill again.
عندي شيء لمصاصين الدماء. هيدي. نعم حظي ما أشرفه. أوف أوف أوف.
You want to stay where you were. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
No, he's my friend.
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Aha.
Regis? You alright?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened? It was my fault.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
Miraculous regeneration. How do you manage?
I had help. From the one you hunt.
Him? How?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however...
Local serial killer seems to obey you. Maybe you could talk him out of it, convince him to stop murdering.
Why do you think I've come? It shall not be easy, as Dettlaff can be rather stubborn. Though you must certainly recall that neither do I surrender readily.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Dettlaff is... how would you humans put it? More bestial than I am.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here. At least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Dettlaff is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness.
So in your opinion, what are...
Precisely what I wish to find out. And then...
Got a lot of faith in the guy.
Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. Remember the year 9...
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Dettlaff, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Vampires rarely help humans. Must have had his own agenda, hunting the beast.
You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once, in the street, had offered Dettlaff an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism, my friend. Vilgefortz melted my body. Dettlaff found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. Which is why I...
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders us so difficult to classify. Dettlaff's trump card is his herd instinct. His tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him immensely.
Anything specific? Some set of things?
How should I say this? Dettlaff doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games, knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting he's maladjusted, venting his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
Gotta find him, before something upsets him even more, and all Beauclair is a
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find...
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all?
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you...
Fine. All right already.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I'd prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère la Chaise-Longue Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet...
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder... We must allow the Witcher to ply his trade.
Yes, sir.
Boars. Boars everywhere. There's naught to be done.
Watch it.
Patrolling on an empty stomach. Oh, dreadful.
Boars. Boars everywhere.
Sir! Sir! A letter for you, sir!
Letter? Who from?
Can't rightly say, sir. I would...
Here. And thanks.
No, sir. Thank you. And I truly hope I'll be of service again.
My dear friend.
I've been told you're on a jaunt to Toussaint. I do hope you don't overtax yourself during the wine festival. I've come upon some information which might be of interest to you. While browsing through a colleague's book collection, I found mention of one Professor Moreau of the details I've come to learn are rather vague, and his laboratory's location remains a mystery. Yet his journal should at least provide hints. I enclose a map I found in the tome I happened upon. Though less than completely legible, I trust it will prove useful. Should you grow tired of sampling Beauclair's ladies, wines, and other exquisite delicacies, this matter might prove a fruitful diversion. Investigate at your leisure. Your friend, Yennefer.
A professor who studied Witcher mutations. Might have...
Long live Duchess Anna Henrietta!
Fiddlesticks, these numbers don't add up the way I'd like. Greetings, brave hero. I am
I'm Geralt.
I pay the knight's errand.
For what?
Our knights wander the roads, protecting Toussaint from bandits and monsters. Note, sir, that should you successfully smash a hands, save a brother knight from peril, or extract...
Can't help but be curious, but where do
The ducal treasury, of course. Her illustrious highness Anna Henrietta assigns great... It is her standing order that any knight... pardon me... financial compensation...
Wouldn't mind a glance at you.
Go in peace for a night. 143 carry 2.
Have your chit-chat with someone else.
Best cure for the beast, a witcher.
Shoot the beast, you spy! Tell the commander, be spry!
Quite the fragrant whiff. What is the pheasantry stewing?
Nice day.
Whoa!
Show me what you've got in stock.
اوف يا باطل. مش عنده قصص.
Need to get...